If you're worried you don't have enough money to retire, this can help. It actually can. We are talking about a cash balance plan, and it can allow you to defer a lot more income, way more money in a single year. This is how it works. Katherine, simple terms, what is a cash balance plan?
It's a pension plan.
Okay, it is exact. Well, in the simplest terms, that is actually very correct.
Well, that is what it is.
It is a type of pension plan, all right? It differs from your parents, my parents, her parents' traditional defined benefit plan in how the benefits are accrued, how they work with 401k plans, and the way most people take their money out of the plan. All right, now then, it is a pension plan because it still provides a stated account balance, very much like a 401k plan, right? But who takes on the responsibility of managing the investments and guaranteeing a minimum rate of interest?
The employer.
The employer. Now then, in a cash balance plan, does each participant have their own account balance?
Yes.
Yes, they do. Okay, so it's this is one of the ways where it's different than a traditional defined benefit plan. It has an account balance very similar to how it is with a 401k plan, except the employees don't get to direct the investments, and there's a specific stated rate of return that the employer is guaranteeing. Okay, now then, we've said it a second ago, who makes all the contributions?
The employer.
The employer, all right. The employer contributes, usually it's a percentage of the employee's salary to the account each year, and the contribution is affected by the rate of return for the actual rate of return for the investments. There are some other calculations that the actuary has to take care of, but it's very similar to what the annual accrual is each year. Does that make any sense to you?
Well, it does, because there's an annual rate that's assigned to a plan, and you have to hit that.
Correct. Now then, the account balance grows over time with interest credits, all right? These interest credits are set out in the plan document. The way we do all of ours, they're a very specific, they're a set rate of return. In the long run, we feel it works out best for the employer and the employee to understand what their obligations are and what their benefits are going to be. Now then, this rate of return is applied annually, and we could figure out if somebody isn't going to get a raise, if somebody's age 32, we can tell them exactly what their account balance is going to be at age 65 because it's set in the plan document. It's a defined benefit, all right? Now then, once again, who guarantees the rate of return on the investments?
The employer does.
Right. Again, this is another reason why there's no employee direction, okay? Because it's up to the employer to manage, to make sure with financial professionals that the investments are properly managed. Because, actually, I think we're going to talk about it now. Like Katherine said, this is a defined benefit plan. There is this benefit that the IRS is figuring out, is calculating for each participant at age 65, all right? And it doesn't care if it gets there by contributions or gain. So if you're planning on a nice, healthy deduction with a contribution, but you had a massive rate of return, what happens to your deductible contribution?
It's smaller.
It's smaller or zero, okay? But if you have investments that are that risky, what can happen the next year?
Can go bad when you don't have the money to make up the difference.
It can go bad, and then the contribution is substantially larger, and they're unhappy about that as well. What I tell people is that because the 401k plan is a defined contribution plan, we don't, when I say care, I hope you understand, the limits are not affected by how much your account gains or loses. So in a 401k plan, that's where you swing for the fences. Try to get a grand slam every time, okay? Because the amount that you can contribute is not affected by that.
Beep, beep, beep. This isn't investment advice.
This is not investment advice. This is investment philosophy and how investment rates of return affect your contributions. Okay, so now then, in a defined benefit plan, of which a cash balance plan is a type, all right, this is where we want base on balls. We want singles. Oh, heck, get hit by the pitch, okay? You just
want that look like
you just want to get on first base. You just whatever it takes to just get the rate of return, okay?
So your investment strategy is to get hit by the pitch each time to get on
Are you out when you get hit by the pitch?
What
No,
kind of baseball
you're
did you
on
play?
base. Now then, how do most participants take their money out of the cash balance plan?
They roll it over into an IRA.
Thank you. Yes. Once that account balance is rolled out to an IRA, employees can do with it what they want when it's out of the plan. If they get rehired somewhere else, they can roll it into that plan. They can spend it. They have a lot of portability and a lot of liquidity with a cash balance plan. Now then, you can predict what your retirement income account balance is going to be because it's a defined benefit. The amount of benefit accrual per year you're working and the interest that it is going to accrue is set in the plan document. All right, Katherine, why is it good to be old?
Don't know yet.
Yeah. Okay.
Tell me, sweetie, what is it like to be old?
We get to contribute a lot more. Okay, generally speaking, when somebody talks about being able to contribute more when they're older, that's presuming they haven't started saving at all. Okay? So if we keep the cost of living raises out of it, all right, a 21-year-old's benefit at normal retirement age is the exact same as a 52-year-old's benefit at normal retirement age, okay? But with the 20-some-odd-year-old, you're just able to take longer to fund that benefit at normal retirement age.
So for our fire fans, right?
Yes.
Those folks, okay, so their fire number is going to be 35, but maybe they decide, hey, I'm earning a lot of money and I think I'm going to be a consultant for 3 to 5 years. They could, as an independent consultant to their other company, they could have their own cash balance plan, right?
When they're no longer working somewhere else, right.
So this works very well for owner.
This works very, very well for owner-only.
People are
really
actually
great,
very
because
happy.
you don't have any employees to give a contribution to. This is still a valuable video for anybody who feels that they are short on their own retirement savings and have a say in the company spendings, okay? So if you're an employer and you haven't saved enough for yourself, this is a fantastic way to do it. Depending on how many employees you have, how old you are, how old they are, you can still get amazing contributions. It's not, you don't always get 100%, but we have done designs for employers up to, I think maybe 15, 18 employees, where the owners are getting about 92 to 93% of the deductible contribution. All right, that makes the math worth it. All right, so this, yes, if you're an employer, this is a great way to accelerate your savings. And if you're a consultant, self-employed individual, gig worker with positive cash flow, this is also a great way to accelerate your earnings. You can contribute a lot more to a cash balance 401k combo than you can in just a 401k plan or a simple IRA or a SEP. Hopefully you like this video. Please watch some of our other very entertaining videos about 401k plans. Thanks for watching. Keep those cards and letters coming. Toodles.
Toodaloo.